So, digital ID cards, are they something that we need in the UK? Well, personally, I say no to digital ID cards. I think they are a total waste of time. And, this is not the only time that they've tried to bring them in. I think in the past, various people like Gordon Brown and Tony Blair wanted to bring in ID cards. And although digital ID cards are probably more of a new thing, I think they are a waste of time. I don't think they'll work. They're not going to stop the illegal immigrants coming over in boats. So why waste the money? It's about control, isn't it? It's about getting control over the people. It's about controlling your lives and my lives. And I don't like the idea. I already have an ID. It's called a passport. You know, I mean, they're not bloody cheap to buy, passports, but yet, I have one of them. So it is a very dark thing to have. It is a thing that I think is a total waste of money. It's all about getting control of the people, and it makes you very scared of where we're going down. Is this the beginning of everything going digital, including money? Because let's face it, I quite like my coins and the notes in my hand because over actual money, I've got control of it. If money goes digital, it basically doesn't exist really. It's just a number. So again, not the best idea in the world. And I think Keir Starmer trying to bring in this digital ID is just a load of rubbish and a waste of taxpayers' money. They could get rid of the two-child thing and make parents' life a lot easier. They could support the elderly. They could support young people in care rather than waste money on something which most people don't want. I noticed the other day that we now have like 1.5 million views on this petition against it. That's quite a high number, to be fair, and I imagine it's growing day by day. Even I might get off my arse and sign it myself. So I oppose digital ID. It's just a massive form of control. It's about Big Brother, and I don't want that in my life, and I'm sure you don't. But let me know what you think. Do you want digital ID? Do you think it's a good idea? I mean, if it's just a way and a tool to deal with the illegal immigrants coming over in the boats, then it's a poor idea in the first place because we could be just stopping the boats like they do in Australia, I think, and then, have legal immigration. There's a whole thing, illegal immigration. It's in the title. It's illegal for a reason. And if we start towing the boats back, then we're going to solve that problem like Australia did. I'm not against immigration. I think immigration is a good thing if it's controlled and it's not over the top. Because let's face it, if we go back in history, we're all based on immigration, whether it's Anglo-Saxons, the Angles, the Jutes, the Frisians, whether it's, it's the Romans, whether it's the Anglo-Normans. There's no such thing as an English and British person. We are very much a mixed race of people, and that's what makes us great and makes us who we are. And again, with all this flying of the flags, I look around where I live and there's no flags flying. There's no England flags. And I understand if you live in Wales or Scotland or Northern Ireland, you should fly your own flags. I think it would be not a great thing if you got loads of England flags flying in Scotland, because some Scottish people would find that to be offensive and a sign of, the dark days of the medieval times when the English were conquering the Scots. So you fly your Scottish flag, fly the Welsh dragon, fly the Northern Ireland flag in where you from, and let's fly the England flag in the UK. And my council is basically on about taking them down next month, saying, it's illegal, we shouldn't be having them. Well, perhaps councils should take a bit of respect out of our heritage and fly the flag for us and save the public flying the flag. Yes, we don't fundamentally want to see them on every lamppost, but it's nice to remember and respect our heritage. And this is one of the important aspects about this channel. It is heritage. It is respecting the past. And if we forget the past, if we bury the past away, we can't learn from the past and make a better future. And I do see a bright future, I really do, because, you know, I'm half filled when it comes to the glass and not half empty. But if we're not careful, we will go down a route where the future will be very dark. I don't want to see that, not only for myself, but for the future generations. So digital ID, I don't like the idea of it. I think it's just another Keir Starmer gimmick. I mean, the man's had a right disaster since he's got into Parliament, and the last few months has been utterly terrible, which is why people like reform are on the rise. Whether reform are going to be the answer to the problems we got, I'm not totally sure. But, you know, I prefer to give them a chance over blooming Labour, because Labour have just been atrocious. Every time Labour get in, this is what they do. And I know this is not a political channel, but this is history in the making. We are living through history every day. So, moral of this video is say no to the digital ID, say no to digital currency, and always keep the pound in your pocket. Goodbye from me.